out of high school, I was street racing. Was the start of it. And hung out at a speed shop and lost my license in probably 8 months. I said, well, this ain't working. So I went to the drag strip, started drag racing, and then always built my own engines, and that was the start of it. We opened Pat's Speed Shop in 1970. I kind of mostly did my own thing, but I went through a period where I was the youngest one out there, ran all the old timers, Bill Jenkins, Dino Don Nicholson, Sox and Martin. But I just always felt like if they could do it, I could do it. I never had that attitude. We all put our pants on the same way in the morning, as far as I know. I think the racing part of it gives you that competitiveness, you know, and that's one thing I think I have over some of my engine builder competition is I actually won in almost every category out there and drove, so it gives you a whole nother insight on things. And you surely got to be at the racetrack to stay up with all the new technology and all the new stuff, but you know, racing my own car was a big influence. 16. I was 16 years old. It was an L88 we bought at the GM dealer. Wound up, it was in a 69 vet to start with, and then it was a street car more or less. We bought like a drag 55 Chevy. It went in that car, and then we wound up selling that car, putting it in a 69 Camaro. So it was an L88 we bought from GM, took it all apart. We called it blueprinting, but all blueprinting was just checking clearances and fixing all the GM mix-ups. Probably beat Lee Shepard at Gainesville when they said they were going to teach me a lesson that year. It was my first year in NHRA Pro Stock, and he red lighted against me in Pomona, so they said I got lucky. So the word was they were going to teach me a lesson at Gainesville. Well, I taught them a lesson. So that was pretty cool. I mean, they were the car to beat there, so we beat them, and it was pretty cool. I would have to say Englishtown because we grew up, that's where I broke my bones, you know, but now it's closed, so it's gone, you know. But at the time, I'd say Englishtown. Now, I don't really have a favorite. I mean, we just move around so much, so Englishtown would probably have to be it. Oh, I got a ton of them. We had a wall of fame, we used to call it, of the screw-ups that other engine builders did. And then we would hang the part for whatever they did wrong on a wall and call it the wall of shame, put their name under it. So we had a guy call us, had a Ford motor built by a guy down the street that specialized in Fords. The only reason why he specialized in Fords is because nobody would let him touch anything else. So he was a Ford specialist. So a Ford has a relief valve that to take it out, you got to knock it out, you got to TIG weld it or put a set screw in it. Well, they took this thing and wrapped it with baling wire and twisted it off. So the guy gets this brand new engine from this guy, and he's pulling it up on a trailer. It goes to 0 oil pressure. I said, well, we got to take the pan down. You got to bring the motor. You know, I said, why don't you bring it back to him? Oh, I'm tired of dealing with him. It's a brand new engine. It's got no oil pressure. So we found it. I said, look, I'll give you a new pump. I'll fix it the way it has to be fixed, but I want this for my wall. So we hung it up on a wall. Ralphie kind of reminded me, we're in Curacao in the islands drag racing and running a guy from Venezuela. Didn't speak much English. I really know English, but I speak Spanish. So I beat him. It was a 3 out of 3 match race. So I beat him the first round, went up for the second round, and he had told all his crew, everybody, he was beating me no matter what. We didn't have a chance in hell of beating me, but. And I had a deal there. If they went red, I didn't want them in front of me because they'd get in your lane. It was just a little sketchy deal racing there. But he went red, but I let the clutch out, and I immediately went by him. So I never seen the guy. Made the full run, got through the quarter mile, This guy come by with me, flames out the headers, full throttle after the finish line. He's racing me on the shutdown area. Well, he finally passes me. Now he realizes he's got to stop. He jams on the brakes. All four wheels are smoking. Turns. I got the chutes out. I'm slowing down. I got to move over to get out of his way. Thank God he shot over to the other side. Flips the car over the roof. So I stop because I'm the first car there. So I get out and he crawls out from the car. And he's looking at me and he says, I beat you. I beat you. I said, okay, well, if that's what you think, you beat me, I'm good with it. That's I won one, you won one. Drag this thing up there. Let's run the third one. So I thought that was pretty funny. You know, he was going to beat me no matter what. You know, getting to where we are now. I mean, we were always competitive, always fast, but I feel like our pro mod stuff is kind of state of the art right now. I think we got a real good handle on it. So I'd have to say where we're at now, you know, dealing with, you know, the respect the big companies, our association with Edelbrock, Lucas, all our sponsors. I mean, there's so many in the name, but, you know, just to where we've gotten now. Ford is fix and repair daily. Import is for girls, so it's Chevy. I mean, everybody knows that. But let's get it straight. I'd say the big block Chevy. I was never a small block guy, and a Corvette. I just like the old mid-year Corvettes is my favorite car. Oh boy, well, we started the dyno room on fire a couple of times. We were dynoing late one night, and he's dead now. Tom Dawson was our header guy, built headers, and we had this nitrous one. We were dynoing on nitrous and had an old wood ceiling. Robert was there. And all of a sudden, smoke's coming out. The whole top of the roof was on fire. We got it out, but it was some. I think the best expression was Tom said, "We got a major problem here." The competitiveness, I just, you know, it's all I do. Everybody asks me, what's my hobby? Racing. I don't think I'd change anything. I mean, at some point I should have, if I would have concentrated more on the business other than the car, but I don't miss what I did. I accomplished a lot driving, racing the car. Now I've got Lizzie driving, and so now I get to do both. Get to run a good business and race fast cars with my daughter. It's got to be somebody that's on Trump's side. I can tell you that right now. Everybody knows that about me. So I'd have to do a little research and find. I think Joe Pesci, as long as he's for Trump, he's a pretty cool little dude. I've done everything. You name it, I've done it. I'm going to write a book someday. So I've probably done everything. It's amazing. We're alive. We've done every prank, everything known to man. So I don't know. There's nothing. I'm not jumping out of a plane, I can tell you that. I'm taking somebody with me, or they're going to need a lot of guys up there to push me out. So let's just put it that way. Just a younger generation coming up. You know, I mean, we're not first with Lizzie, you know, as a father-daughter team, but it's catching on more and more, you know. I mean, I see the kids are coming up doing the driving. I think that's pretty cool.